Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Flag, what you got? Right there, 56. Oh, you got D? Shoot!
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Blue down. Kill. Shoot! White. Flip it.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes. Goes down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double dog. That's the way. Check this.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some play.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Third and long for Winston. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll pitch it back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Winston now to throw on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready? Black 25. Let's go, baby. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Now Winston. Complete to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Winston. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try and run it with White. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready? Blue ready. 53 is the level. Check. That's it. 53. Mike.
Third and goal. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Ready to break. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
This is fielded inside the 5. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 56. Green, you. F-O. Watch twist.
To throw is Winston. Jones has it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is in this situation.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 66 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 50-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check. Alert 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Winston again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis again. He's got Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Wait. 56. Delta, 56.
To the air again with Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, if I was in a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Jameis now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Bud Dupree, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack. Winston. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Space to run past the 20. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 4th down, Winston.
Well, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The rn got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
56, 56, check, 56.
1st down, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Winston. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 34. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawk.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston, he's going to go up top for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.